Good morning. Matt Friedlein joins us from the National Weather Service. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Charles. How are you?
Doing good. You guys been busy over the last couple of days, maybe?
We have been gearing up for the start of February here, and some good snow potential for the state, but not everyone's going to see the same amount.
So let's talk about what may or may not be happening tomorrow. There is a winter storm warning in effect for much of north central Illinois, and there is a band of heavy snow and general wetness coming through. Here's the big question. Everybody is turning to you. How much are we going to get and where?
That always is the big question, how much, and as we like to say, impacts are equally, if not more. But to address the how much, and especially the when and where right now, some rain is likely over the listening area here this afternoon, and at some point after dark it will change to snow or stop and then begin again as snow. Some point after dark that'll be the case. And then rates will pick up late tonight and through the morning tomorrow. And for a lot of the listening area, that's probably going to be the prime time with this, late tonight and Wednesday morning. That'll probably be the prime time. Then there will be a break and a chance for snow again late Wednesday night into Thursday morning, although that may remain entirely south of the listening area. So just with that alone, you can tell that south is the more favored area to get those bigger totals. Sort of the I-55 corridor looks to have 10-plus inches, so places like Springfield, Bloomington, toward the southern Chicago suburbs. But in the listening area, too, there'll be quite a difference from north to south. Northern areas in Lee County, for instance, 1 to 4 inches here late tonight and Wednesday morning. But by the time you get south of I-80, more in that 4-plus inches, and possibly as much as 8 by the time you get down towards Streeter and Winona and places like that. So LaSalle, Putnam, Bureau County, sort of that big gradient area, that big difference in snowfall amounts. How
should someone measure the snow in their yard if they want to get bragging rights about how much snow they've gotten?
That's a good question. First off, because there's already some snow on the ground, you probably want to lay a board out. We kind of call that a snowboard on top of that. Or if you have an area that's completely clear. Because today is going to be so warm, some of that first snow will melt on pavement tonight. So we recommend putting a board out on top of the old snow and then measuring with the ruler there and round your total to the nearest tenth of an inch is what we say there. We recommend measuring about every 6 hours, and obviously right when the snow ends is the prime time to measure.
Okay, so let's talk about the forecast we've seen over the last couple of days. I think everyone's been witness to this on social media. These graphs and charts that show some of these sometimes just frightening snow total numbers and projections. I know the National Weather Service, you guys haven't put out anything that extreme yet. I'm just kind of curious, where do these models get those numbers from? Or are they just like inputting data like me trying to do my tax returns for the highest refund? Do they just type numbers in until they get $30,000?
That sounds like a good system with the tax refunds there. There are multiple computer models out there, and before the era of social media, a lot of those were just internal to meteorologists. But there is a lot that we look at with our expertise with these models. And especially when you're 2, 3, 4, 5 days out, these models will inevitably shift with these winter systems. Plus, as you know here today, we're too warm for it to snow during the day, and we knew that'd be the case today and even into the start of this evening. So some of the models struggle with that. So they solve the equations of the atmosphere, and each of them solve it a little differently, and they produce output there for how much snow and other things. So meteorologists diagnose this and put together their best forecast based on this, their experience, and just what they know about impacts, too, in the area. And that's why we say snowfall amounts is only one part of the puzzle. The other part is how heavy it's going to snow. Is it going to be mixed with ice? Is there going to be wind, too? That's always a key component.
And will there be wind and blowing snow tonight? Are we looking at travel difficulties tomorrow, too?
Yeah, I think there will be some travel difficulties in the morning just simply because the snow will stick tonight. And like I said, with 1 to 4 in Lee County and then sort of 3 to 8 from north to south across LaSalle County. That'll be enough, obviously, to cause impacts, the greater being south. Winds will gradually pick up during the day tomorrow, and that includes into tomorrow night and Thursday. So even though it looks like there's not going to be much snow with that second wave in the listening area, it's going to get colder and the wind's going to pick up. So there may be some blowing snow as the day goes on tomorrow, even into tomorrow night and Thursday morning in the country, even though there's not much additional snow expected beyond tomorrow morning.
And so if I was planning on grabbing a flight at O'Hare tomorrow to Kansas City at about 8:30 in the morning, should I pack a lunch?
You should, and airlines, hopefully with the heads up, and we work with the FAA to have already started to plan and strategize with moving some flight times or giving that option to passengers.
Awesome. Matt Friedlein, National Weather Service. Thank you so much for the update. Stay in touch. If we need anything else, we'll obviously give you a holler. It's Classic Country, 100.1 WGLC.